we silence ourselves. But the question I want you to ask yourself is, what is your fear costing you? What is your fear costing you? There's always a cost to this, and we have to be mindful. We have to own and acknowledge that. Whether it's costing you something personally, professionally, mentally, physically, there's always a cost of some kind. And fear loves chaos, which is why today we are going to focus on giving you clarity. We're going to give you the clarity that you need to connect to and get rooted in what you do well, to get rooted in your strengths and your power and your sense of capability. And we're going to start doing that by activating your assets. Activating your assets. Where is Charla Lucas? Charla? Right over there. Hi, don't worry, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm hiding behind the pole. Don't look at me. Well, I got to have a conversation with your very own Charla Lucas leading up to today. And she spent the first 15 years of her career in the field working in parks and recreation. And then about a decade ago, took on a role as the director of marketing for the Florida Recreation and Park Department. She was doing really well in her role. And then about 3 years ago, they had a dreaded reorg. Dun, dun, dun. And in that moment, her CEO came to her and said, I think you'd be really good for the COO spot. We've got about a 30-day transition here to make that happen, but I think you can do it. Now, Charla had a choice to make in that moment. She could have thought to herself, oh gosh, I don't think I'm ready for that. I don't really think I'm qualified. I don't have any experience, dealing with financials and HR and the legal side of associations. I've been the director of marketing. This is totally not what I know how to do. I don't think I'm ready. You can pick somebody else. She could have easily said that. Because as women, we have a tendency to discount what we do well. We have a tendency to overlook it. She could have done that. But because she knew that her CEO saw something in her CEO believed in her, and because she also knows that, long term, she has her eye on that CEO seat long term, knowing that this is the path that she wants to be on, and that's a stepping stone to her getting to that spot. So she said yes to the opportunity. And now she's been in that role for almost 3 years. Amazing. All because she had the power, right? Round of applause. All because she said yes and trusted her own strengths. There's a study that was done over the past decade or so, and it includes over 70,000 executives. And they found something really interesting. They analyzed 360 assessment data. So this is other people rating these executives. And they found something fascinating. They found that women outperformed men on 13 out of 19 key leadership competencies. And when we talk about, what are these competencies, we mean things like they can inspire and motivate people. Women have the ability to inspire and motivate, to develop others, to build relationships, to take initiative, to make decisions, to lead with integrity and honesty, to communicate powerfully, to be collaborative and to foster teamwork. These are things that women do really, really well. But there were two competencies where men outperformed women: strategic thinking and technical expertise. And what kind of skills do you need to be in an executive level position? You need strategic thinking for sure. And it's not that we don't have it, it's just that it's perceived that we don't have it. We have a tendency to downplay ourselves a bit, especially earlier in our careers. What they found was most interesting is that women's sense of confidence and their strategic thinking skills actually started to rise when we hit our 50s and 60s. So if you're in that spot right now, you're hitting the prime of your career. You're not slowing down. You're about to be a mover shaker. Watch out, everybody. But we have the ability to tap into that earlier on. We just don't do it. We don't do it. So it's important for us to recognize that we already have the capability. We already have these strengths. It's just a matter of making the choice to leverage them.